You said something to our pupils which I thought was very wise. Because in our schools, pupils have 1 or 3 seconds to answer from the moment the teacher poses a question. So they really don't have time to think. But you said something about stay with the question. What did you mean by that? Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I think what we see around us are things which a child looks and wants to know what it is, because we have to move from ignorance to knowledge. So whenever we are born, from the time we are born and we are living, we start accumulating the knowledge, And in this knowledge accumulation, what happens is there is a sense of wonder, like twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So when he wondered, he said, oh, you're so high in the sky, and he saw the diamond and he said, you're like a diamond in the sky, because of the sense of wonder. So there are many things we wonder about, and when we ask somebody a question and they answer suddenly, it shuts us from wondering. Suppose I want to say, I'm very sad today, and another person comes and says, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Yeah. Just eat the ice cream and you'll be happy. But it's not true. Because there is sadness which is there, which is a deep part of us ourselves. It's nice to stay with that question, and not immediately shut with the answers. Maybe I can help. I'll say, oh, you're feeling sad? Yeah, I know. I can understand. I think you will find your light soon. I'm sure you will get out of this. Because I also feel the same way sometimes. That would be a better answer than saying, oh, if you're feeling sad, this is a pill, this is a thing, this will make it all right. But I don't think everything is so instant. Like instant karma and instant noodles. And so I think we are going away from the process of thinking, of staying with something when we immediately shut with the answer. So we close that chapter.
Yeah. Can you see a connection between this staying with the question, fostering, wondering about things, and using stories?
Yes, of course. Because I think unless you start wondering, you cannot create stories. You cannot create something, For instance, I was sitting near the Ganges, which is a very holy river, and it was a quiet moment, and I'm not doing a workshop, I'm not thinking, my mind is not chattering. So I'm able to see, and I saw this dewdrop. It was so beautiful and colorless, and no identity, no color. And I thought within myself, am I a storyteller, or am I Geeta, or I'm somebody's wife, or who am I? Or do I have identity? So I created a story. That this dewdrop says, I don't have an identity, and I want a color. So it goes to the sunflower and says, can you give me your color? And the sunflower says, oh, I always face the sun, don't disturb me. And then the dewdrop goes to the rose, and the rose has thorns and pokes the dewdrop. Nah, don't come near me. And then it goes towards the fading bluebell. The bluebell says, oh, I'm a creeper and I fade, so don't ask me. And then it goes to the lotus and the lotus screams, if you come near me, you will dissolve in the water. And so this dewdrop, it's night and it's tired, and it's going and it gets a nice smell of the jasmine. It's a white, beautiful flower. And the jasmine looks at the dewdrop and says, "Ah, I can see the moon in you. You are so beautiful." And suddenly the dewdrop is so happy. Says, "Oh, you can see the moon inside me?" "Yes, of course, I can see the moon." And says, "Oh, that's wonderful. And I can become the sunflower if I want. I can become the rose. I can become anything. But the rose cannot become the sunflower, and the sunflower cannot become the moon, and I can become whatever I want. So why am I searching for my identity? I'm happy the way I am."
Beautiful story.
Yes. I thought I could think of this only because I wondered about this dewdrop. You know, when you start wondering, you start creating. And probably later on we can think about whether you have to tell this to the little children, or you can tell it to the adults, or does it have more meanings,
Yeah.
because it can be appealing to anyone, and it depends on how the people want to take it.